Hello, Internet. Welcome
Hello.
to Risky Rollers. Hello, Lawrence.
Hello, Mr. Carl. Good evening. Good evening.
You are here on the freshly renamed, rebranded On the Desk with Risky Rollers. I've already been told off because apparently the isn't required, so I'll fix that next time.
Guess who corrected you?
I know. Look at what a sexy thumbnail that is.
It is.
You know you've made it when you're making your own thumbnails. How are you, Lawrence, this week?
I've been good. How about you?
Not bad. It's getting to that pointy end. It's getting a bit busy. It's school holidays.
Yes.
We're trying to get some games in and work out what the hell's happening with Warhammer at the moment.
A lot has happened in just the past few days, especially last weekend.
Right? A lot has happened in a very short amount of time. Not a lot that was unforeseen, shall we say?
Yeah.
Right. So there's obviously some stuff that we knew was coming and we've been kind of waiting for to happen. But you know, we'll get into that a sec. I got some people in chat already. Hello, lovely chatters. I nearly forgot the housekeeping, Lawrence. Yes. How remiss of me. If you like what we do here at Risky Rollers and you want to support us, please hang out with us in chat. Press all those YouTube buttons down below. Press the like, press subscribe, press the bell notification so that you know when we go live. Not only for this, our weekly on the couch, on the desk. Oh, I did it again. On the desk.
On the couch.
But when we go live for streams, we've got a couple of streams coming up. The people that help us make those happen are our lovely sponsors. We have Baron of Dice, who provide official Risky Rollers dice to us, General Games, and Miniature Serenity that help us out, and Proxywars that all, without their support, we wouldn't have lovely things to provide to winners and lovely merchandise for you guys. But if you want to support us ongoing, we have Patreon. There's a couple of tiers. My favorite tier, Lawrence, which is my favorite tier? Can you guess?
I know your tier, but I'm not sure what is the actual name. I think you're on the second level, right?
My favorite tier is the one that covers you for Club Day, because Club Days are awesome, and there's one on Saturday, so you can come and join us.
Yes.
I believe Dalton is on key duty. So doors will be open at 9. First West Waverley here in Victoria, the Scout Hall. Join us on Discord. There's special channels for it, so you can get your Warhammers on, or other things.
Yes.
Or other things.
Anything.
You may like
anything.
You may like. There's some occasional card games. There's some what did we play last week? We played Chris is hanging around somewhere. Is he in chat yet? We're playing
Magic. Did you play Magic?
No, the ship game Gothic. Battlefleet Gothic. I got there. Awesome. It was real entertainment. It was good fun watching Chris's ships explode. Thomas is in chat. Mr. Mike Rainbow's in chat. Somebody let Dalton be in charge of the keys. Yeah, my bad. I know. But unfortunately, I won't be there this week. I have other commitments. But, you know, Dalton is the barbecuer extraordinaire. So you never know.
Barbecuer.
Never know if we get enough people down there. He might slap some snags on the barbie.
I'll be there as well.
Oh, you'll be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
There you go. You heard it here first, chat. Lawrence will be there. What's on your desk this week, Lawrence?
On my desk, it's just my working laptop. I'm very workaholic. So nothing 40K except obviously what we're doing now, because we will be talking about just 40K. But yeah, nothing on my desk special. Nothing special. Just my laptops. How about you? I have so many Emperor's Children in your desk. Is it some more Emperor's Children there?
There's definitely Emperor's Children. I haven't made much progress on it because I've been a bit distracted. Dataslate week does that to a person. But
Yeah.
but they are definitely on my desk. What was I actually doing?
You were doing some Eldari, right? Were you doing some Eldari painting?
Yeah, I did a little bit of that. But what did I get ready? I did cleaning actually this week. I had some stuff come in, so I needed to I had to redo some shelves. Chat, make sure that you don't leave your shelf cleaning until it's too hard to do. Give yourself some time. It's spring cleaning season. Clean your Warhammer shelves, right? Make sure you're tidy. Keep, that way when you need to find that one piece or bit or that, special weapon dude that, like, apparently I've got 9 stern guard. There's a stern guard somewhere that I can't find. But make sure you clean your stuff and Is Lawrence taking 30 custodian guard now? I did suggest that.
I think it's interesting, but I think you will still always go for the 3x5 wardens. So, yeah. Carl, clean icons, Jake's shelf.
Please come clean your shelf. I mean, like,
if it's paid, yes.
If you give me $1 million, Icon, I will come and clean your shelf.
Even if it's $100, then I'll take some models. I would happily clean somebody's.
Yeah, Lawrence will take a tax. Lawrence will come clean your shelf by taking all your stuff.
No, just take one model that I like.
One model that you like.
Yes. So I have remembrance.
So, what's on your desk, chat? Let us know what's on your desk. I know Icon in Discord's been painting up some custodes.
Yes.
It's been pretty cool. He's obviously shifted. It'll give you 1 million dust bunnies. Yeah, you will. What's on your shelf? Let us know. Let us know throughout the evening, and we'll have a chat about it. So, in my little preview shot there, in my little preview shot, you can see the book of goats. So, can you please, the goat farming book, explain the joke? The joke for everybody that might not be up to date with our WTC videos.
This is actually the book of Mr. Greg, our T-Sons player. Right?
Yep. So Greg was taking T-Sons to WTC in Austria earlier in the year. And what type of a list was it? Stop reading chat.
I'm not reading the chat. I'm actually, because I'm looking at the picture of the thumbnail.
I'm looking at the boat. Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. So I believe he because I forgot the list, but yeah, obviously it's all about the goats.
Because it's like max goats, wasn't it? It was like goat spam.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So it was quite funny.
Goat spam is the T-Sons list of Mr. Greg.
And I think one of the biggest things that happened in the data slate that dropped is the goats have been put on the floor. So I thought that was a apt preview pick for that, because we're going to be talking about how the goats kind of suck now. Votan carriers and artillery. We've got Grandmaster Dreadknights and 3 Vendrads.
More DK for Miss Mike.
Six. Hang on. Let me read that properly. 6 Grandmaster Dreadknights and 3 Van. That's like a 2,000 point army on your desk, Mike. That's a fair effort.
Big painted 15. Yep.
15. What? 15 what?
Custodian guard. Jake painted that one. I think he posted that in our work in progress Discord channel. So
Yep.
obviously, guys, if you are in the Discord, just
Yep.
continue to put your amazing armies there, the things that you are building, and then obviously the things that you're painting.
Yes.
So we can all appreciate it.
As we know, our venerable admin Charlie Ledbetter thoroughly enjoys running our Whip Wednesday. So go and check that out. Even when he was on holiday in Bali, he was whipping it up. So,
Thank you very much, Mr. Charlie.
All right. So, given that this came out today, this little article, I thought that maybe we can just kind of reflect on the article and what we like about it, what we don't like about it. We're not going to go through the whole balanced data slate and the app updates and all that kind of stuff that's kind of been done.
Because you already know that one, guys, right?
So this is I find this interesting by GW, right? So
yeah, I was reading that one last night.
So just to get everybody up to speed, we had the data slate we've had the points that first came out, right? So they said Knights and DG, you need points nerfs, so you're getting your points nerfs early. And then everybody was like, cool, while the data slate's coming. Then we had no data slate turn up. So everybody's like, where's that data slate? What's happening? Then last week, we had a slip app update on Android, which leaked the data slate effectively. So then GW had to backtrack that app update and then decided, well, it's leaked. Let's release the balanced data slate properly, right? And then they obviously weren't ready to do the iOS updates or do the actual proper article. So the app update only happened today, and then they've released on Warcom this commentary article, which was yesterday. So very interesting. Look, I like that GW is trying to be reactive to what's going on, which is awesome. We love it when they are making changes. They're trying to be reactive. They're trying to get it out there. They're not really what we call in the business gold plating the update. Even though that obviously somebody in their tech department likes pressing the leak button. What do you think of the course of events? Would you prefer them to take a bit more time, or?
Well, it's all obviously like quarterly schedule already, right? So that's why there are even some like paragraph there that like it really sounds very funny, like about the additional detachment that they were supposed to do. That's why like last night I was reading this one, I was just okay, and then like point by point reading per faction. Some are really very interesting, so obviously as you said, we would be good. We would just be like going through that particular article and then let's just have.
And I like that they have a little bit of sense of humor about it too.
Yeah. That's the funny one.
Others believe that somebody pressed the button they shouldn't have done. But now everybody's had a few days. This is their commentary. So the
very first one, maybe let's talk about the very first one. And I think the most important one, that the Challenger cards is no longer a part of a tournament mission pack. So it's totally gone.
So in the mission pack, they have updated the section that says what's included for competitive play. And they have directly stipulated that Challenger cards and twists are not included when calculating victory points. So Challenger cards have been removed from competitive play. And they say in the article that we encourage you to play with Challenger cards as a balancing mechanic in pickup games. But, sometimes I think one problem that GW hasn't gotten right quite yet is the balance between the standard of rules that you use in a pickup game versus narrative intent. They obviously want the game to be fluffy for casuals, right? But it's very, very hard to agree with two people when you're playing a pickup game what rules you're going to play. Quite often, the easiest thing to do is just like, cool, competitive. We're just going to do like the easy rule set. You're just going to do, you know, and I think there's a little bit of a better balance. But yep, they removed them. They listened. Great. High five. Orc players are very excited. They are. I'm going to get to that in a second.
They are. I think even the bully boys detachment would be like really playable now. So
now that you can find out. Yeah, when we can touch on that when we get to the orc section.
So how about you, Carl? Do you actually approve that there's no more challenger cards?
Yes.
Like, do you like it?
So I think that it is I can see what they tried to do, right? What they didn't want to happen is for the meta to switch to a super aggressive front-loaded armies that score all of their points in the first 2 rounds and then do nothing for the rest and still win the game.
Yep.
Right? So how do you combat that? Well, there's a number of different ways. They chose to try in Chapter Approve to make a balancing comeback mechanic. Right? Now, did they get it right? No, they didn't. It was real feels bad. There was a number of situations where you could be winning on the board, get challenger card and just win more, right? So so instead of the meta being front loaded, what happened was you had massive go turn armies, right? You would sit back for a turn and a half. You didn't want to score too much. You didn't want to give your opponent a challenger card. What you do if you had this like sneaky turn 2 or 3, right? Where you just score enough. So going second, right? Where say you get a sabotage, right? Sabotage scores at the start of your opponent's turn, right? So you get those points after you've calculated challenger. So you could be ahead, get a challenger card, be even more ahead, and just overwhelm your opponent that way. But one thing that we'll touch on later in this balanced Dataslate commentary is something that I think is a better approach, and I think is a really great little rule change that's not points, but I think will be very effective. And is a great way to try to address what their challenger cards wanted to address. So I think removing them is a great idea, because they've shown a desire to add other mechanics to balance, right? Because you don't want to feel bad. So you don't want to feel bad of like getting to the end and being like, well, why bother playing out the game, right? We want to play 5 rounds of Warhammer, right? That's why we play. What do you do you agree? Or do you agree? Do you think that they should have left them in?
Yes, obviously, like I think obviously those people like for myself, I actually also benefited like being the challenger, because like that's additional 3 points or whatever that you would be able to get. So like even in my last event last weekend, like in my last game, since I'm second on I think take and hold, I actually just won because of the challenger card. So obviously it was really very close and very good game. But yeah, I would admit if it's not without the challenger cards, I would have lost that game. So it actually both goes ways. But I really just don't understand on why is GW keeps on like, okay, remember what was the first, was it called the twist? Or the gambit, right? The gambit. No, second was the gambit.
The gambits, and then secret missions, and now challenger.
Oh yes. Yeah, so I'm not really sure on why would the GW actually wants to give additional extra point if you're behind or even if you're going second. So since we're talking about the proper competitive tournament gameplay, I mean, shouldn't you be the one benefiting because you're just winning and getting more scores,
Yep.
right? So I think it's really the way to go of
Yep.
just removing this challenger cards already. So good
So
stuff.
Kaiju's in chat, he asks, last Dataslate before 11th? No, I think there'll be one
No.
more, if not two. I think there'll be one at around Christmas time.
Yep.
And then there'll be one probably Marchish. And then in the last one kind of before 11th. And then 11th will probably be later next year. So like last half of 2026.
Yeah, I said at least you have to take risks with the gambits. Shiny cards are too easy to. Yeah. The problem with gambits are actually it's very hard to score. That's why nobody is actually taking the gambits, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, and I agree that it's a risk reward. Like it's fine to get a big reward if you're like taking a risk to get it. So I think Tom's comment there is pretty spot on. I hide since 9th ended. I haven't moved since, otherwise add a few bits. You can get general play. Anything else from 9th, 10th was a massive change to the cost when you get capped $25 today. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
yeah, I don't know what's that.
But I think.
But yeah, welcome.
Yeah, I think Christmas time with another 40. No, I don't think they'll do 40 detachments. I think they might do something else, but I don't know whether they'll do Grotmus again.
I want some more detachment.
Scary was the only winner for the Gambit. Yeah, pretty much. So Sisters.
Cool.
So they wound back some of the early 10th nerfs.
Yep, the points like Celestine.
I think Sisters in a great balanced place. I think this will just keep them. I think they're a winner. They'll just kind of step up to a little bit.
Yep.
Custodes.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Custodes changes? Do you think that
well, they're given discount in terms of points for the custodian guard, as we said, and then those 10-man girls, and the prosecutors, vigilators. I'm not sure if, but obviously those sisters, you are not taking them by tens. You're always just taking them by 4 or 5. So not really much change unless you want to change the list. But as I've said, I think the best list would always still be 3x5 wardens and or a couple of guards with Draxus. And if you want some grav tank, then that's the way to go. So if you want to spam custodian guards, I think it's still okay. But I mean, we will see if people would, especially the custodian players, would be actually trying to experiment on just massive spam of the guard, because it's just 10 points per 5. So
yeah,
I mean, doesn't really make a difference. And also I think one of the shield captain also got point discount as well. So you can take the shield captain if you want.
Yeah, I think it gives you it helps. So if you want to play something that you need to add more stuff in and you need enough room to afford a couple of guard units, it makes that a little bit easier.
Yeah.
With the Dreadnought build, or maybe even the Talons. Being able to fit in the Rhinos and stuff from a points cost perspective. I don't think it's enough that you're going to see spam guard, right? Like spam custodian guard. I don't think it's that much. But if you can fit in another unit of prosecutors or witch seekers or something, or another agents unit or something like that, makes it easier to fit in Calidus or something like that, maybe. That I think that's great. I think that's good.
Yeah, worth a try.
Makes it easier to play, So I found it interesting for the AdMech section that they called Belisarius Call a centerpiece. But it kind of functions like a mini dreadnought, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got some. AdMech got some more sizable buffs, so there's some more. There's some more builds coming out of the woodwork. Eldari.
Yeah, Eldari, a bit surprised with the changes there. Like, I thought they would be touching Mr. Fugan and the Fire Dragons, but they didn't. So,
I mean, this kind of acknowledges it's not like they forgot about it.
Yep.
They obviously did it on purpose.
Yep.
I don't know how changing the points of Assumin and the Avatar promotes list diversity.
Yeah.
But because by the time you put Asherman Reapers and Fire Dragons in 1 or 2 Wave Serpents and scoring units, like that's the solved list at the moment. I don't think you'll see many 30 mans. I think you see more like Piles list. With the 5-man, like 3x5 Hawks, 3x5 Spiders, and then that middle bracket of like hammer units. You see slight deviations, whether you take Lycus, whether you take Reapers and Ra, or 5 units of Reapers, or Asherman, or whatever. You mean crawlers, Rangers on stilts? Definitely the Rangers on. We couldn't give away that model. Remember that event where we had one of the Rangers on stilts and it was a prize, a raffle prize, and nobody wanted it? And it got to all the way to the end, and then we made Luke take it.
Yeah, because he plays AdMech, so.
But yeah, I think Eldar are great. I think their list might change a bit because you'll see some deviation in the Knights now. But oh, look at my boys! How pretty! How pretty! Look at my boys.
Very, very pretty.
God. Well, Alex, kind of convincingly beat me this week on his guard.
Yep.
So, I think they're slept on. I think all 3 of the builds combined. What's the other one called? The one with the 180 guardsmen.
Oh, is it the combined arms?
No, that's the transport. Hammer of the Emperor.
No, Hammer is the vehicle one.
Yeah, combined arms, and there's the third one with the master.
I don't know the third one. So if there's some guard player out there, let us know. Those guys were the last row for me selling that army.
I don't think you're going to see super heavies because I think that they're definitely style pick. But
Recon detachment?
Gaunt's Ghost coming down and Krieg Engineers coming down a little side grades, which is good. Recon, thank you, Liam. Recon, yes. Recon detachment. I think that all 3 of them have some good spots, and you shouldn't underestimate if you see them opposite you on the board. Oh, I get to talk about Blood Angels, Lawrence.
Oh, one of your favorite armies?
So
not your favorite.
I'm upset.
I think your favorite army works.
I'm upset. Do you know why I'm upset?
Come on, why would you be upset? Your Sangard is so good now.
Because now Lances are good, and all my Sangard have fucking swords. So they buffed.
That's why you want.
They buffed the weapon skill. They added an extra attack to the lance, so now that both weapons are 4 attacks. The swords are AP 3 for 2. The lances are AP 2 for 2 with lance. So I think swords are better in the big brick, and lances are better small units, the 3-mans. And they changed the points accordingly. So there was another change. Blade Guard veterans went up 10 points, which does hurt the list. So if you, by the time you have 3 units of Sandguard, or if you have 1 or 2 or 3 units of Blade Guard vets, you are up So it's 15 points per 3 and 25
for 6.
for 6. So just put the spears on the base of sticking up. Yeah. No, I've got my axes. So I'm going to pop some arms off my axes. I got axe guys for the other ones that I can't use of my, 30 Sangard when you can run 10 man. So I'll just make some axe bros and it'll be fine. But yes, I think that's a good change. It's a side grade. I spent today looking at lists now that the app was bloody updated, so that I could get the points right. And I think, still trying to work out what the best mix for lag is. Legion of Excess has regained rerolls.
Yep. And I think they gave discount also. They gave discount to those Keeper of Secrets as well and Fiends.
Their data sheets still suck now.
That's true.
So it's cool. You have rerolls on data sheets that got nerfed by Emperor's Children.
Yep. That's good.
Sick. Infernal Lance.
Chaos Knights.
Yeah, this is a nerf, right?
Yeah.
I think you'll still see them because I think, 3 bigs plus Rodigus plus some demon allies.
4 and then maybe army
and three smalls is 3 Rodigus and demons, or 3 Rodigus and 4 and demons is still really good. Being able to put the extra toughness on the Rampager and just run it forward and be like, you can't deal with me.
I think that, also in the team's perspective, I think you would still see a variant of Knight, whether it's Chaos or Imperial, but I don't think you would see like 2 of them already. So we'll find out that one, especially in our upcoming teams, on what's like, the faction combination of teams, because it's actually good for 8 man. So we'll find out.
Kaji says bayonets on swords. Isn't that swords on swords? That's just more swords, right? Like if you take a sword, like a bayonet is a sword on the front of a gun, right? Or a dagger on the front of a gun. So if you have a sword and you put a sword on a sword, isn't that just still a sword?
It's like the custodian spear, bro, right? It's like a mini bayonet.
But that's a spear.
Yeah, but at least it has a gun because their gun is in the spear.
Which doesn't make sense. Like how
like it's 40K.
It doesn't make sense. Space magic. Venom Crawlers, Chaos Lands, and Abaddon have come down in price with points increased to the Dark Commune. We're not pushing them too much as we're interested in see how their bully armies behave before taking a lot. Yeah, I think Raiders is still their best build, right?
I think so. I have a complaint, especially with these Land Raiders. All the faction that has Land Raider, all dropping points except for Death Guard. Why? It's the same Land Raider.
Because you suck. Because Death Guard apparently don't need changes.
We will find out after you scroll some more.
Yeah, I haven't got to DE, but apparently Death Guard don't need changes.
It's the same Land Raider.
You get more sword per sword ratio, which increases the coolness by a factor of big number. That is an excellent explanation. Your double length sword can WYSIWYG for a lance. Yeah, I have little. It's the opposite of a spear. It's all blade. It's what's the really large samurai sword called? Not a daikatana.
Samurai.
It's got a name. It's got a name where it's like, massive sword blade and and a handle. I think Chaos Space Marines are fine.
Yeah.
Dark Angels.
Well, Lion, I think, got his ability like fixed now, right? And then did he receive a point decrease as well?
In line with Gilliman, same as Gilliman, but I mean, either Dark Angels Gladius or Dark Angels Wrath of the Lion, still fine. they're still fine detachments.
Mm.
I don't think anybody's going to take this Dark Shroud. I think Dark Shroud's just cute. Like, functionally giving stealth to the units. It's like you're walking up to... Deathwing Terminators just walking at you anyway. They're going to be within 12, so... Whatever. Odachi, thank you. Yes.
Odachi.
Jeff's got me in chat. Odachi, yes. Odachi.
Odachi. So it's a Japanese... Is it a Japanese word, Odachi?
Yes. Because it's a Japanese sword.
Samurai is a Japanese sword. Sure. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right. Our favorite faction, Death Guard.
So, Lawrence, with his absolute largest boomerang in history, is back on Death Guard. Death Guard have received changes, as in points changes. So they decided to give them no balanced Dataslate changes. So this is probably the biggest whoopsie of the whole thing, other than probably the T-Sun's nerf. Wikipedia is your goat, yeah. I
don't understand why.
Very surprised. I think everybody expected them to get the triple nerf.
Yeah. No, but because if you also like really nerf even the army rule or some data shit, like then they would just really like... So maybe they just want to see how it actually reacts with this Dataslate, and then they would make some more changes. I reckon, bro, especially the Death Shroud, maybe instead of a 6-inch deep strike, just make it a 7-inch deep strike. So at least you have the Papa Nurgle's number.
I like how that Deathwatch and Drukhari don't get their own sentences. They get one sentence together.
Yeah.
Now, the Deathwatch points were significant, right?
I think I like the Deathwatch points changes.
You get a chaff unit, basically, which is, they're probably short 1 or 2 chaff units on being super good. That they won an event last weekend. So I think they're in a pretty good spot. Drukhari have a codex impending. They're not going to touch them very much.
Yep.
Reaper's Wager stays to be the way to play them, unfortunately. EC. Way to make a rule that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I'm really like surprised on what they have done with this full group. What they should have done is actually just, change the base size to just be the same as with those demonic Primarchs, right?
Yeah,
it's
but you
just
still
really...
can't walk through walls.
Yeah, but at least you're saving some more space if you change the base size, right?
Yeah, he still doesn't quite. So there's 2 ways to do it, right? You either you have something that's really expensive but performs really well, or you have something cheaper but it performs for its points, right? At the moment, Fulgrim kind of doesn't do either, and that's the problem, right? So it doesn't have a place as a big, expensive centerpiece unit, and it doesn't really do, like, it does too much to make too cheap, right?
Yep.
They should have made Fulgrim choose 2, and you would still won't take him. Yeah, I think you could give him the. That's what Materian does, right? Where you just choose which one you want.
Yeah, you just choose. Yeah.
What's the next one?
GSC. There's a lot of changes also for GSC, especially the host of Ascension detachment, right? So I think they increased the CP of the crits on 5s, and then I forgot what was it, the stratagem or ability. When you shoot the particular 20-man unit, you can't just reactive. Okay, I'm just going to the sky. Instead, it's end of that phase. So that's actually also very good. And then they changed the ability of, I think is it the Primarch? The
Primarch.
Primus?
The
Primarch.
Nexus and the Primus. The crit on 5s is gone, and the rerolls is gone.
You just have +1 to hit something.
It's +1 to hit, yeah. So I think there's definitely bills in a place for EC.
GSC.
Sorry, GSC, too many C's. They and I think the GSC nuts will do a little bit of brewing and you'll get a good list, but it's not as I put my big giant block down and it kills the knight, right? Like you kind of don't have that anymore. So Grey Knights. They just got a codex, so they didn't change it much. But they got their Land Raiders cheaper. But obviously, Mr. Rainbow likes them because he's painting 6 bloody Nemesis Dreads. So,
Grandmaster, yeah.
But I think he's been on them for a while now. So
Imperial Knights.
Well, you are the Knights player, sir. What do you think?
No, I haven't played Knights like for so long, but I think they just pre-nerf already all those, like, this would really be very oppressive, like choosing 3 Knights to advance, shoot, and charge. So they changed that particular Valor Strike detachment. So yeah, you can only advance. And the advance cannot be rerolled. So
yeah,
I think that's why I think they are still good, but then obviously you just really need to fine tune. Because I actually didn't review like what's now the code chivalric, the codes that you have to choose at the start of the battle round or the game. So I'm still really not familiar with Imperial Knights now.
Yeah, they did change the strats so that they don't proc multiple armages in that one detachment. But yeah, it's definitely some of the movement shenanigans you can do is pretty good. Necrons. So this is a collective nerf. Silent King lost ignore mods.
Yeah, I think that's actually the way
not super surprising.
Yeah, since they're removing all the ignore modifiers.
2-inch move is a really good rule, but I think Necrons are collective not great. Track Praetorians are cute, right? So people pay 90 points for JPIs, and Praetorians fly, they move I think 10 or 12 inches. They have a 2 damage weapon, so they have some dev wounds, I think, as well. So we might see some of them as skirmishing units, but I think you know what this nerf didn't touch? Awakened Dynasty. So Wraith's still good, Warriors are still good. You probably see less. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the Star Shatter list now that it doesn't have ignore modifiers. So do you just put in more guns? Or do you go for more a brawly awakened list? All right, orcs. I'll scroll it down to here. I saw Hugh in chat a little bit earlier. We'll leave this up here. This is for the orc buddies. Orcs, good spot. I think all the orcs players will now come out of the woodwork a little bit. I think this is great. This is a great general change across all of their detachments. So I'm going to segue here back to what we opened with about the challenger cards. Okay. Because I want to see more of the commando change and less of the challenger cards. Right? Make the comeback mechanic the generalmanship choices of army building, not arbitrary scoring mechanics.
Yeah.
Right? So you still have to pay 110 points for them. You get 2 units. You can split them. You can combat patrol them, combat squad them, right?
Yep.
So if you want to pay 200 points, you get 5 5-man infiltrating units. Four 5-man infiltrating units, right? They get a bomb squig. They're still killy in. If you go like Warhorde, they get sustained. They can, sometimes if your opponent doesn't respect them, they can kill some chaff. they but what it does do is if you come up against a GSC, if you come up against the Blood Angels, if you come up against Knights, if you come up against something that scouts, right? Votan, you have screens.
Yep.
You can stop the onrush of turn 1. Necrons, right? Here's a really good example. You know, you can get in, you can move block those Necron warrior units, give yourself time to get that 20-man unit of boys in and being aggressive on those warriors, and you'll be scoring your primary fine. I think that's a much better comeback mechanic and much better protection mechanic than the challenger cards.
Yep. There also can't be Overwatch. That's one good ability of the that particular unit. So yeah, and then Mr. Gas can now lead nobs and boys. So imagine leading 20 boys with the pain boy. So pretty good.
Christmas party hat and the Determinator edition for Gaz. Yeah. I like anything that puts Gaz on. Gaz is a sick model. He's got cool rules. He does cool things. He's, you know, he does what you think he should do. I actually really like Gaz's design. He's a real fun. Orcs are just fun to play. Let's not kid ourselves, you know. Does it make you think about going back to Orcs?
No, let's wait for the decision of Ed to play Orcs. So if he wants Orcs, then he can still have it. I'll just like play around Custodes and Death Guard still. So
yeah, meantime, I've been chatting Bully Boys today.
Yep, Bully Boys.
Shout out to one of my other favorite characters in Orcs, Moz, Scragbad. Sick model.
I think he has. Yeah, I think he has play also in the
he got
the current meta.
He got a points debrief.
Yep.
Mr. Nogle Matthew, I am very pleased that you dig in the summary. Happy to have you. Happy to have you here in chat, mate. Good to see you. Space Marines, some light points changes. Yep.
Yeah, as useful for Space Marines.
Yep. I don't think it'll change much. People just will shift. I think the other changes that are more important are I've been tinkering with some Raven Guard lists with the Hawk, Storm, Shadow Talon, Strike Force, Shadow. Hang on, I want to get this right. Let me get this correct.
I can help you with that.
I've got it right here. Where are we? Shadow Mark Talon Detachment.
Shadow Mark,
one word, Talon. Shadow Mark Talon.
I felt like they're just combining, you know, like other name of other factions detachment.
I mean, how many
Shadow Legion?
How many grim dark words do you have, right? They've only got so many grim dark shadow words. I think that's a really good detachment. The new character, Arun, Shan, Arun.
Is that a new character?
Athan Shan. It's the new Lone Op Raven Guard Chapter Master.
Athan Shan, or
Athan Shan. Yeah. Look, when you can put infiltrating aggressors, turn 1 rapid deep striking Terminators, uppy downy Centurion Devastators, makes for a pretty good detachment.
Maybe I should try to play that one, Carl.
Sure. I'm thinking about it because I think it's really strong. It's got scoring units, it's got uppy downy, it's got killer units. Storm Spork Shadow Talents.
Spork Shadow Talents.
I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna put that in my notes because
Storm Spork Shadow Talents.
I think that's the name of next week's on the couch, right? Storm Spork Shadow Talents. All right, I'll put that in my notes to remind me next time. All right, where are we? Where's chat? Where'd chat go? Here we go.
Space Wolves.
Space. Where are you? There you go. I got too many windows open. Space Wolves got hit. They got nerfed. We'll see if it does much.
Just points, yes.
Points. They've been pretty popular. The furry boys are always popular when they get changes. So we'll see. Time will tell with the wolves. Tau Empire.
Yeah.
So Iron Riptides. So there was some points changes for crisis suits, and the Iron Accelerators went to strength 10 on the overcharge. Hurrah!
Yes. At least now it's easy for them to deal with vehicles which are not T10 or T9.
The irony of Riptides wounding armigers on 5s was pretty funny.
Yes. Well, now they don't carry that one anymore.
We have a few Tau plays in the meta, so expect them to come out in the woodwork.
Yep. Here you go. The T-Sons.
Well, 1,000 Suns. So, so they got the triple.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they got it.
They got army rule changes. No, maybe not the triple. Maybe just the double. They got points nerfs to goats. They got changes to the way that
they do the casting of the
psychic power casting. If you fail it, you cannot retry now.
Yep.
So there's probably some Terminator lists that are cute that might come out.
That's what I actually filtered to Lachlan. Probably check the Terminator list. So let's see.
There's those Terminator units because I think there's a detachment with shootback. So with as a strat, so I think they're good, but I think they were underperforming to what everybody thought they would. They're still performing well, but I don't think they were the menace that everybody thought they were. And now they've now that the aggressive armies are being pushed up because the knights are slowly being pegged down a bit.
Yep.
The 1,000 Suns getting nerfed a bit kind of hurts their position, right?
I don't think, like if you are just really very brave, like especially for teams, we will find out how many, like players will be bringing T-Sons. But then obviously those that have creative minds, so maybe they have some kind of a list that would be able to play, like an 8-man team. So
yep.
But yeah, pretty bad for those T-Sons players.
Nids. Nids got points changes.
I think just points, just point changes. Not much.
Yep. So leagues, Imperial Agents, and Black Templars. I skipped a big one. Liam and Luke and any of the other World Eaters players in chat are going to yell at me soon.
Yep.
I skipped World Eaters. Buff to 8-bound and slaughterbound. They get damage 3 on the charge into vehicles and monsters.
Also, I think some points reduction as well.
Yep. So, I think they're in a good spot. They were starting to get into a good spot with the Berserker lists, but now 8-bound do some serious damage. They're not particularly tough still. They can die, so that they're still slightly glass cannon. More glass cannon that you would want them to be probably, but I think you'll see a few more World Eaters players bringing armies to the table now.
I believe so as well. I believe so.
Votan got FAQ updates.
Yeah, which is good because like that transport detachment is a bit bonkers. So
nobody cares about Imperial Knights and Black Templars. Nobody cares about Imperial Agents, and Black Templars just had their book released. So, yeah. Hugs for the Hug God. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, Mike. Hugs for the Hug God. So, overall, So, and while we're here, just to reiterate, for the Risky Rollers team tournament 8-man,
Yes.
all of these changes are in effect,
Cool. Correct.
including the balanced Dataslate, the points,
MFM.
and the tournament companion.
Correct.
So
So you can now throw away all your chapter approved decks because you don't need the challenge cards anymore. The only reason actually we bought, like those chapter approved cards is because like those new cards, right? It's very difficult to find them. So now that like we used that one for what, 2-3 months, and then it's gone. Waste of money.
yeah, look, I mean, it's not GW's fault. Oh, look, they should bring out an app to support this. But like,
Yeah.
some people like using the cards. They like being able to put it down on the table and look at it, get the cards out. Even like we've sometimes used it for our fun events by drafting a mission set, that kind of stuff. So I don't think I don't think they're a waste. I still think that they're, and also you get the rules and things like that. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
It would be great if they weren't as expensive and they didn't retcon them as quickly. So they are a little bit of a waste, but I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I think, all up, good changes. I'm glad they finally updated the app. Hurrah! And we can now get on with our Warhammer.
Yes.
Right. Instead of sitting around speculating about what the change is going to be, we can now get onto it. So, yeah, looking forward to see everybody, what everybody does at the.
That is just 2 weeks away, I suppose, right? 2 weeks away. We'll finally see 112 8-man of 14 teams. That's really very, very exciting.
Yeah, gotcha. Al Haha Cards looks at Codex. Yeah. Pretty much. So what else is going on?
Couple of teams tournament coming up, so maybe we can do the next one.
Yep. Give me 2 seconds.
Whoa, what's this? Objective secured. WATC 10th annual.
Where are you going?
We're going to WA next weekend, the long holiday here in Victoria. So we will be in Perth, me and Dalton. Unfortunately for Carl, he can't join. So just me and Mr. Dalton streaming the 6-man team of this WATC. I don't know how many players they have. I've already asked information from Mr. Dalton because we need to prepare their, streaming graphics. But yeah, very excited. So probably next week. I'm not sure, Carl, because that's a Thursday. Probably we will be heading to do your podcast. We'll just feed you some information so you can have a just by yourself podcast.
Yep, we'll say we'll think of I'll think of something fun to talk about. We might do a hobby stream next week when you guys aren't here. Hey Brady, when's list submission due? List submissions would be in the pack for that, but we can talk about that in a sec. So Dalton went to the WATC last year. It's
That's correct.
Six-man event.
Yeah, a 6-man event.
Yeah. So
pretty interesting.
Yeah, 6-man is an interesting format.
Like it's a high of 5, but you're almost on 8. So I don't know. But
six does become between 5 and 8. Yeah.
So that's the 6-inch deep strike of Death Shroud, bro. So maybe that's the way. 6-man teams.
6s for the win. Because what does it do to the pairing mechanic?
So I don't know how do they pair, but if you would follow the 4-mans, right? So 4-mans, you have a champion, then you pair the rejected, and then auto pair for the blind. So if 6-man, so you pair, reject. I think you still need, because it's even. So you pair, you reject. I don't know. I'll just have to probably read their player pack as well, Mr. Carl.
Yeah. Well, when the stream is on, it'll be interesting for you guys to talk about how the six-man pair works.
Pairing goes, yes.
All right. Well, cool. So that's what we're doing next. So
and then the following weekend.
Yeah, the following weekend is. Oh, you would think that I would have this pre-prepared, wouldn't you? It's this
You're
one.
numb. Oh, there you go.
I did the cardinal sin. I updated OBS, and now my transitions are automatic. So teams are locked in.
Yeah, teams are locked in.
Sold out at 14 teams.
Sold out of 12. We need to accommodate extra 2 teams. So that made us 14 teams, which is very, very awesome.
Yep. So at TGA at the gaming arena, we'll see you guys down there. List cutoff, I believe, is
the 28th.
28th. Yes, the 28th. Sunday, evening of the 28th.
Correct.
So
that is a Sunday.
Yeah. Rules cutoff is this weekend, right? So this Monday. And then list submission is next weekend.
Yeah, 28th of September. Pretty exciting to actually see all those, lists or faction distribution per team.
Yep.
I suppose you will still see Death Guard, Eldari, and probably World Eaters in each of those teams. So
yeah, probably.
Who's brave of bringing AdMech? Mr. Luke, maybe you change your mind. Play AdMech, Luke.
Yeah, Luke, play AdMech. Don't be a wuss.
So sad I had to miss this. Why you shouldn't be missing Teams event.
Yeah, why are you missing this? You should be there. Liam, why are you not there, Liam? Why? Tell us. Out yourself. Let's go. On the internet, in front of everyone.
In front of everyone.
You too can participate in these shenanigans and chat with us if you join us on the desk.
Yeah.
With Risky Rollers. Thank you for joining us. We'll probably start wrapping it up. I'm in Puckapunyal.
Where is Puckapunyal?
Just
somewhere
in Victoria. Just drive down, bro. Just drive down. It's only a couple of hours. You'll be fine.
Is it in the west or in the east?
Mike, so I might, all right, before I wrap up, I might have offended Mike by saying that nobody likes Imperial agents. Because if what he said in chat is true, I apologize on the record in front of the internet. Because we love you, Mike. And good luck with your poor life choices and playing Imperial agents.
Playing Drukhari for Brady.
You know what?
Is that a
I love the idea of Imperial agents, the assassin detachment where you don't have to pay more just to have assassins. Like, there's so much cool design space in that detachment that, like, you could do some really cool things, and it's just terrible. Like Navy, the Navy Breaches one where you have the 10-mans is the best one. But like, I want Imperial assassins to be good, not as like a tech piece, right?
Yeah.
I want them to be legitimately good because they're cool, right? Anyway.
Probably next edition.
Maybe. If you want to support us, please participate in chat. Please press the buttons on YouTube. We do this because you guys let us and you guys talk to us and we love it. We like to talk rubbish about Warhammer. So that's why we're here. Sometimes we're insightful and intelligent, but if you've seen any of our streams, that's only sometimes. But at least it's entertaining. We will see you all. The guys will see you on stream. I'll be modding from the background. we'll see you guys. They'll be in WA for the teams event. So make sure that you keep an eye out for that when that gets scheduled.
Yes.
We have Club Day on Saturday. So if you're interested in Club Day, go into Discord, have a look there. All the information is there. Check out the Facebook events channel, Risky Rollers Events. It's got all of our event information coming up, including Club Day stuff. Club Day stuff. Make sure you get your tickets for the Risky Rollers Open. Tickets are available at riskyrollers.com.au. Get them while they are hot. Don't leave it to the last minute. You don't want to go on the naughty. You don't want to go on the naughty wait list.
Yeah.
We won't name names. But that's always going to be a fun event. If you want to support us, check out Patreon. Search Risky Rollers on Patreon to support us. Thank you to our sponsors that make this happen. Proxywars, Miniature Scenery, General Games, and Baron of Dice.
That's correct.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
Thank you, Mr. Carl.
We see you next time. We see you next week. And have a good evening and goodbye.
Bye.